this weekend is what the church traditionally calls Good Shepherd Weekend, the fourth Sunday of Easter. And one of the gospel readings always comes out of John's 10th chapter. And this particular Sunday, the reading is part of the long I'm the Good Shepherd motif. But what Jesus actually says in the reading we're going to hear Sunday is, I am the gate to the sheepfold. You can imagine, right? Back in the day, the shepherd with all of his sheep at night would put the sheep in the pen. And usually the pen would be stones, made into kind of a room. And on the top might be thorns or briars or something to kind of like barbed wire at the top of the stone. And then the entrance into the sheepfold would just be this little entry. And rather than putting an actual physical door in, like a piece of wood or even putting some branches up against the gate, Jesus said, I'm the gate. The shepherd, in other words, would actually lay down and sleep at night right as the gate, so that the sheep could not get out of the gate without passing through the shepherd. So Jesus says, I am the gate. You don't need one of these. And he does that as a way to say that he ultimately will protect us, both our coming and our going. I know many of us, of course, have felt very much like we've been in the sheep pen over the last 6 weeks, and we've been quarantined behind the gate. But we're going to start to come out of that gate, and we have to go through the gatekeeper to get back out into the world. And I'm sure you also are recognizing how confusing it's going to be for all of us to begin to resume any kind of life back out in the public arena. What is that going to look like? How do we make decisions about how we gather again in the months ahead? And what I want to invite you to do is that as you are discerning all of the different information, all of the voices that are coming at you about what you should or shouldn't do, remember that you and I are always passing into this world through this gate, through Jesus. Put on the wisdom and the heart of Jesus as you discern what to do. Jesus says, love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus says, love God first. And I think, you know what, if you can kind of measure all of your decisions through those voices, it might help calm you down a bit as you figure out what to do. Remember, we don't live in the world alone. We live in the world as sheep together, behind the fence, in the world. And I hope and pray that you will consider that gatekeeper who calls us always to be mindful of the needs of others as we love our God with our heart and soul and mind. So don't be surprised. Maybe for the next several years ahead, we're all going to end up having to wear these masks. They may actually become very fashionable. We're probably always going to have to stay some distance apart. And it's going to take time. Lots and lots of time. And remember, you do this because you love others and not just yourself. We'll see you Sunday on live stream.